Good evening, and welcome to the Central Middle School Lion Pride Band Spring Concert, an event of epic proportions. Tonight's event will feature all of the ensembles of the middle school band, including the 6th grade band, 7th grade band, 8th grade double band class, and the full 8th grade band. At this time, we would like to ask you to please silence all electronic devices and request that there be no flash photography during the performances. If you need to leave the auditorium for any reason, including if you have a restless child, you are welcome to use the family room, which are located through these doors, and you can actually enjoy the performances through a closed circuit broadcasting. So you'll still be able to hear the concert when you go back there. Thank you, everyone, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's program.
The first group on stage is the Central Middle School 6th grade band. These students have only been playing their instruments since the end of August. When the kids first got their instruments, we had to start with the absolute basics: how to sit in their chairs, how to open their cases, how to hold drumsticks, how to use the music stands. Students join band because they want to learn music, but they have to learn so many little details along the way. The holiday concert was a chance for the students to show off what we do in class every single day, but at this concert, you'll get to hear the students play their first pieces of sheet music ever. This means they're on their way to blossoming into fantastic musicians, and we can't wait to share the rest of their journey with them. The first piece for tonight's program is entitled Epic, which is an appropriate way to kick off our event of epic proportions. It's meant to embody the energy of a truly epic adventure, and we hope you enjoy. Please welcome to the stage, under the direction of Miss Lene Dickstein, the Central Middle School 6th grade band.
I'm out of breath after that one. Hey, students, how'd that feel? Yeah? That's cool. That was our first big piece run through ever, so great job, guys. That's awesome. I think we can all agree that these students have come a very long way since August. I asked them earlier, students, if you wouldn't mind doing it again. Students, how many of you back in August came into the program knowing pretty much nothing about music? Will you raise your hand? Yeah. Okay, and so they have learned so much since then. So they participated in startup camp back in early September so they could learn the absolute basics of their instruments. And now they're here performing their first concert, which is incredible. As a fun reminder of exactly how far they've come, we have a recording to play for you. The students didn't know we were going to do this, but this is a recording of the first sounds they ever made in class after startup camp. Although wait, you gotta make sure you're quiet enough to really hear it. And it was a very glorious sound. Hey, sixth grade, don't worry about it, because I did that to last year's sixth grade too, right, guys? Yeah, okay. All right, well, hey, listen, so beginners have to start somewhere, and we're very happy with how far you guys have come. At this time, we would like to recognize a couple of groups of students that will have the chance to participate in honor ensembles at the end of the year. The first group is what we're calling the Recruitment Honor Band, which is made up of 16 sixth grade students who will perform at the Rising Sixth Grade Parent Orientation on May 20th. These students will help the current fifth grade parents hear what their child will have the potential to learn in the next year, which means they're going to help a great deal with the recruitment for the upcoming season. Students, please stand at your seat when I call your name to be recognized for earning a spot in this ensemble. And audience, if you would, please hold your applause until the end. Ethan McKinnon on percussion, Zamaria Shell on percussion, Maggie Payton on tuba, Ilsa Schaefer euphonium, Max Albright euphonium, Lily Cook trombone, Katie Anderson trumpet, Cassie Mercier trumpet, Nora Yarbrough trumpet, Malachi Mitchell alto saxophone, Audrey Browning alto saxophone, Quinn Farrell clarinet, Cadence Vaughn clarinet, Zoe Stewart flute, and Selby Sandoval Perez flute. Let's give these students a round of applause. Next, I'd like to recognize the students that are going to participate in this weekend's District Honor Clinic Band. It's coming up this Saturday at Coosa High School. These students' names were submitted along with several other names by me and Miss Zarella to be considered for the ensemble. After the selection process was completed, it was announced that the following sixth grade students were selected to participate from Central Middle School. Students, please stand at your seats to be recognized when I call your name as participants in this year's District Clinic Band. Ethan McKinnon, percussion, Maggie Payton, tuba, Cassie Mercier, trumpet, Nora Yarbrough, trumpet, Audrey Browning, alto saxophone, Ayanna Jefferson, bassoon. Congratulations, students, on your achievement. The sixth grade band's final piece for this evening is entitled Ancient Hunters. The music reflects the composer's impressions of the Badlands National Park in South Dakota, where one might envision a long time ago when man had to hunt the wild animals to provide food for his family. A task I think we can all agree would best be accompanied by a very epic soundtrack. So please welcome back to the stage the sixth grade band performing their final piece, Ancient Hunters, under the direction of Associate Director of Bands, Miss Courtney Zarella.
At this time, we will take a short intermission as we prepare the stage for our next ensemble.
Awesome job, guys. Listen, it only gets better from here. Sixth grade, here's what you're going to do. Okay? Percussion, you're going to grab everything that belongs to you. Tubas, bassoons, you guys will switch instruments. Everybody else, you're going to go in the back with Miss Sorella and put your instruments away. And you're going to come out and sit as a group like we did at Holiday Concert. Everybody right now Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for staying to hear our next ensemble. The group on stage is the Central Middle School 7th grade band. The group has had a very successful season, and we are excited to share one more performance with you. Before we begin the performances, we would like to recognize the group of students from this ensemble that will also be participating in the District Honor Clinic Band this Saturday at Coosa High School. These students were nominated, along with several others, by Ms. Dickstein and Ms. Zarella, and the following students were selected to participate. Students, if you would please stand when you hear your name called. Lindsay Jennings, percussion. Andy Wilson, tenor saxophone. Lauren Gray, bass clarinet. Macy Nolan, French horn. Dylan Mount, French horn. And Zachary Beers, alto saxophone. Congratulations, students. Each year, students from the 7th grade band, sorry, hold up, I gotta make sure I get all my fancy stuff in order. All right, each year, students from the 7th and 8th grade band have the opportunity to audition for the District Honor Band. Students have to prepare for the audition by playing all 4 major scales memorized, a prepared etude, and play a sight reading exercise. This year, we had one 7th grade student make it into the District Honor Band, and we would like to recognize her at this time. Please come forward to receive your certificate and medal for your achievement in making the 2019 District Honor Band French hornist, Miss Michaela Parson. This past weekend, several of our students from our 7th and 8th grade bands performed at the Carowinds Festival of Music in Charlotte, North Carolina. At this concert, the students received all superior ratings from all 3 adjudicators, which is the highest rating a band can receive. Students on stage, please stand if you were a member of the Carowinds Combined Ensemble so we can recognize you for your achievements.
Roland Barrett, the composer of Riders on the Southern Front, asks the audience to imagine a lonely camp on a rugged frontier. The men and women of this camp are charged with the task of riding across the unforgiving terrain to keep watch throughout the night, protecting the land that they love. Performing Riders on the Southern Front under the direction of Miss Lene Dickstein, please welcome to the stage the Central Middle School 7th grade band.
Out of breath after that one, too. Whew. All right. At this time, we would like to recognize the students that participated in chamber groups throughout the year, both at the holiday concert and at the chamber recital. Small ensembles are not easy to perform in because they are responsible for rehearsing themselves and keeping time without a conductor. This is a great skill for the students to learn, and we're very proud of their accomplishment. Audience, please hold your applause. And students, when you hear your name called, please come to the front of the stage to receive your certificates of participation in these events, and remain at the front of the stage until all names have been called. In fact, 7th grade, if you know your name's going to be called, go ahead and kind of start making your way up here. Go ahead and lay your instruments down. Yeah. All right. For participation in the holiday concert, Miss Emma Eason, Kendra Ball, Mackenzie Hewitt, Amaya Campbell, Lauren Putman, Mia Lovern, Lauren Gray, Scarlett Simon, Michaela Parson, Macy Nolan. For participation in the chamber recital, Kaylee Kessler, Peter Vergara, Maya Swint. For participating in both the holiday concert and the chamber recital, Brianna Driver, Ellie Robinson, Maylin Andrews, Lacey Skinner, Jordan Fuqua, Kinsley Hood, and Lindsay Jennings. Congratulations, students, on your achievements in chamber ensemble performance. We also had several students nominated to participate in the Carroll County Honor Band, an ensemble made up of some of the best student musicians in the county. Students had to be nominated by their band directors and then get selected based on the criteria of making District Honor Band, auditioning for District Honor Band, or overall proving themselves to be great musicians and well-disciplined individuals. Though there are many students that fit that criteria in the 7th grade band, the following students were selected to participate in the 2019 Carroll County Honor Band. Students, go ahead and come up, and if you know you did it, go ahead and start making your way. Scarlett Simon, Lauren Putman, Hannah Gibbs, Lauren Gray, Zachary Beers, Emma Eason, Michaela Parson, Macy Nolan, Hattie Treadwell, Cameron Carter, Ellie Robinson, Kinsley Hood, Maya Swint. Congratulations, students, on being selected to the Carroll County Honor Band. Following these events, the students then prepared for their large group performance evaluation, which is where the students perform a concert on stage and receive ratings from esteemed adjudicators. This year, the 7th grade band received all superior ratings for their onstage performance as well as for their work in the sight reading room. This is the highest rating possible that a band can receive, and I could not be more proud of the work that they put into this performance. Our goal, I told them, a rating is a rating, but our goal is to play whatever our absolute most musical perfection is. And I truly felt, students, that you guys achieved that at our concert at LGPE. So, audience, if you would please join me in congratulating all of these students on that accomplishment. I have in the script here, speak a few words about the group, because I like keeping scripts, but sometimes I like to go off script. So this is an awesome group of kids right here. This was the first group of 6th graders that myself and Miss Zarella got to start together. And students, we have been on quite the journey, and you guys have proven yourselves to be the very, very capable young musicians. And I am excited for you guys to move up into the 8th grade band and kind of become my senior class band. And the 8th grade band sitting can attest to the fact that there's a lot more to do in 8th grade band between pep rallies and marching band stuff, and you're learning, and yeah, it's so much fun. So 7th graders, you guys have that to look forward to next year. And parents, I want you to know that this is a very, very special group of kids. For those of you that don't know, the kids put together a surprise baby shower, and I had no clue that 76 7th graders, can you believe it, held a secret for 2 weeks, and it was incredible. But they literally, pardon the pun, they literally band together and made that happen. And so, you know, to see students come together and do something kind was really, really special. And so, students, I just wanted to thank you again. That, you know, I'll remember that forever. More so, though, I will remember just how organized it was and how mature and how adult-like you handled everything. So, kids, thank you for representing yourselves well and for doing what we talk about in the Central Band program, which is being disciplined young people preparing for the real world. So, thank you guys for doing that. Yeah. Our final selection this evening is entitled Ghosts of the Lost Ship. The opening of the piece paints a picture of an abandoned pirate ship with sails flying in the wind, the old ship bell swaying back and forth, and nothing but memories to remind us of the mighty pirates that once inhabited the decks. We are reminded that there were once epic battles fought on board the ship, and that the memory of those battles will only live on in the ghosts that still roam about. We hope you enjoy our final selection for the evening, Ghosts of the Lost Ship. Thank you all again for sticking around for our final portion of the concert tonight. The ensemble on stage is the 8th grade double band class. In this class, we focus on extended learning techniques on their instruments, have smaller projects that relate back to our concert pieces. They help with the occasional administrative tasks to help the band program run smoothly. And this semester, we focused on learning how to conduct. Each student had to conduct through the piece we will perform for you tonight by using proper posture, conducting pattern, and learning musical gestures with the non-patterned hand in order to non-verbally communicate musical intentions. People often think conducting is just a matter of waving one's hands in front of an ensemble, but through this project, I think the students may have learned that there's a lot more to it than it looks. In addition to the students conducting through the full chorale, we held a conducting contest, the first ever, in fact, and the winner would get to conduct the ensemble live on stage at the spring concert. We are pleased to announce our winner of the inaugural Central Middle School Band Conducting Contest as bass clarinetist Miss Maddie Salinas. Now I have to take it back because she can't conduct with it. I know. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the 8th grade double band class performing the Bach Chorale under the direction of Miss Maddie Salinas. Before we begin our final performance for the night, we would like to take the time to recognize a few groups of students. Each year, students from the 7th and 8th grade band have the opportunity to audition for the District Honor Band. Students have to prepare for the audition by playing all 4 major scales memorized, a prepared etude, and play a sight reading exercise. This year, we had 5 8th grade students make it into the District Honor Band, and we would like to recognize them at this time. Students, please come forward to receive your certificate for your accomplishments when your name is called. And students, you guys can just line up on this side of the podium. Brock McWhorter, Jesus Ortega, Lucas Kelly, Chase Phillips, and Miss Addison Denny. Congratulations again, students, on your achievement. This past weekend, several of our students from our 7th and 8th grade bands performed at the Carowinds Festival of Music in Charlotte, North Carolina. At this concert, the students received all superior ratings from all 3 adjudicators, which is the highest rating possible to receive. Students on stage, please stand if you were a member of the Carowinds Combined Ensemble so we can recognize you for your achievement. The 8th grade band's first selection of the evening is entitled Avenger. Not to be confused, of course, with the blockbuster theatrical hit The Avengers. Avenger was simply written as a thrilling piece that utilizes modern compositional techniques and harmonies to inspire energy and excitement in both the performers and the audience. It is truly an epic piece. At this time, please join me in welcoming to the stage the 8th grade band performing Avenger, under the direction of Associate Director of Bands, Ms. Courtney Zarella. As with the 7th grade band, there were many 8th grade students that participated in chamber groups this year, both at the holiday concert and at the chamber recital. Small ensembles are not easy to perform in, and we are very proud of their accomplishment. Students, if you know your name is going to be called, if you would please go ahead and start laying down your instruments. I know we all have testing in the morning, so you know. All right. So students, when you hear your name called, please come to the front of the stage to receive your certificates of participation and remain at the front of the stage until all names have been called. For participation in the holiday concert ensembles, Brittany Blanchard, Kayla Nugent, Dalen Sauce, Marty Faye Fuentes, Addison Denny, Annika Rossell, Darby Burns, Maddie Salinas, Lauren Jensen, Olivia Vanderkerkhoff, Sarah Morgan, Caitlin Nunez, Kierity Thomas, Jesus Ortega, Salem Kempf, Chase Phillips, Brett Gordon, Hannah Bowen, Reagan Latham. For participation in the chamber recital, Isaiah Caldwell, Landon Champion, Killian Monroe. For participation in both the holiday and chamber recital, Scott Couch, Samuel Rivers, Grant Giles, Brady Chandler, Sarah Dutton, Samantha McCracken, Lucas Kelly. You'll notice it's pretty much the entire 8th grade band almost. They love playing their music so much they wanted to just do it again. So everyone, please let's join together and congratulate them on their achievement. We also had several students nominated to participate in the Carroll County Honor Band. And students, if that was you and you're still standing, go ahead and keep standing. The Carroll County Honor Band is an ensemble made up of some of the best student musicians in the county. Though there are many students that would have been excellent candidates to participate in the band, the following students were selected to participate in the 2019 Carroll County Honor Band: Annika Rossell, Samantha McCracken, Addison Denny, Scott Couch, Jesus Ortega, Lucas Kelly, Chase Phillips, Hannah Bowen, Killian Monroe, Anna Stober, Samuel Rivers, Brock McWhorter, Camp Yarbrough. Congratulations, students. The 8th grade band also spent a majority of our spring semester preparing for their large group performance evaluation, which is where the students perform a concert on stage and receive ratings from esteemed adjudicators. This year, the 8th grade band received all superior ratings for their onstage performance, as well as for their work in the sight reading room. This is the highest rating possible for the band, and we were so proud to stand in front of them as directors. The students represented themselves, the band program, and the school well, and they worked harder than I have ever seen them work before. Please join me in congratulating the students on this incredible achievement. All right, before we move on to our final piece, I wanted to speak a few words about the piece, and I wanted to, of course, speak a few words about these students. This is my 3rd year here at Central Middle School, and this is their 3rd year here at Central Middle School, and so this was my first batch of 6th graders that I taught, ever. So I always made jokes that come the spring concert I might cry. Now that I'm pregnant, I suppose it's even more possible, so we'll see. But the piece that we're going to be playing is called The Cave You Fear, and I selected this piece for this group about this time last year. I heard it and I thought, 1, this fits our group very well, and 2, the piece is about how sometimes we all have to enter into situations that we're afraid of. And we have to sometimes fight the monsters that we meet along the way. And at the time, students, and I don't mind admitting this, at the time when you were in 6th grade and I was a first-year teacher, you guys were the cave I feared. Coming in for the first time, with new beginners, eyes wide open, staring at me, going, "Teach me music." And I was like, all right, let's do it. And they have come a very, very long way, and they did it. And they did everything that I've asked them to do and more. They are responsible, they are mature, they represent Central Middle School well in everything that we have done. And I couldn't be more proud of them. And so students, this is your final performance as 8th grade band members. And many of you are going to go on to the cave that maybe some of you fear, or some of you are excited about or anxious, but the cave of high school. And along that journey, you will find new things you've never experienced, and you will meet new people and make new friends, and you are going to enjoy every step of the journey. And I encourage you to be brave and try new things no matter what, because life is made more meaningful and memorable when you go for those things that maybe you were at first afraid of. And I'm glad that your bright eyes, "Teach me music," didn't scare me away, that we kept going, and now we get to be playing this piece here together. And I made it through without crying, what do you know? I will say that when I was writing the script, I had tears in my eyes writing the script, so it was there. But I love you guys. Thank you for being an outstanding 8th grade band. 7th graders, you got some shoes to fill, but I think you're gonna do it just fine. So 8th grade, let's rock the house one more time with The Cave You Fear.
The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. This quote by Joseph Campbell summarizes The Cave You Fear perfectly. The piece depicts someone on a journey, conquering their fears by entering a cave full of monsters and the often far more terrifying, the unknown. Michael Markowski, the composer of this piece, urges performers and listeners to take a chance, venture into the dark unknown, and fight whatever monsters you find in there. 8th grade band, we hope you will always say yes to exploring the world around you and to be brave enough to try new things along the way. We wish you the absolute best in your future in high school and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage for their final performance as middle schoolers, the 8th grade band and their conductor, Ms. Lene Dickstein.
Father,